Hello friends, in the quest for learning any cloud services, whether it is AWS, Azure or GCP, first foundation concept that we have to cover is cloud. So guys, what is cloud? Cloud basically refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet and the software and databases that run on those servers. Guys, cloud servers are located in data centers all over the world. We all have been hearing about data centers. The best example is the PUBG, where it was banned. Why? Because the data center of the game was in China. Okay, and data center is the place where all the data is actually being kept in. By using cloud computing, users and companies do not have to manage any physical servers themselves or run software applications on their own machines. This is how it looks like. There is a user device and it is accessing all the features, all the applications which are available on the cloud server over the internet. Guys, to give you an analogy, you can understand that cloud services are just like we live in a rented reality. We live in a rented real estate. What does it mean? We only pay for the amount of time we are using that reality. We are using that real estate. We don't have to manage the real price of that real estate. We don't have to manage the maintenance of it. All that is managed by the landlord or the owner of the property. So we will only pay for what we will be using. Now to deep dive into cloud basically enables we, the users, to access same files and applications from almost any device. And this is because the computing and storage takes place on servers in a data center instead of locally on the user device. This is why a user can log into their Instagram account, for example, on a new phone after their old phone breaks and still find their old account in place with all their photos, videos or conversation history, whatever it is. So guys, this case is not only with Instagram, it is with everything, starting from the contacts in your phone, moving on to WhatsApp, moving on to your Snapchat. They are not dependent upon the device. Nothing is being saved on your device. Majority of the data has been sent onto the cloud and backups are maintained on the cloud, and whenever your device is damaged or when you are moving to a new device, upgrading yourself, you just have to sync that device, that account of yours with the cloud, and everything will be just same again. Okay, it works the same way with the cloud email providers also, for example Gmail or Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft 365, and even like Dropbox or Google Drive. Everything is on the cloud and we can access everything over the internet. So guys, don't get confused with this cloud with the actual real cloud. The concept is similar, just like the real cloud is above us and we are interacted or related to it through the reins. Over here we are related to the servers and we call that combination of servers as a cloud, and we are accessing the services on those servers which we are calling or aliasing it cloud through the internet. Let's go deep dive into it. To understand cloud, we have to understand how the cloud computing work. So cloud computing is basically possible because of the technology called virtualization. And what is virtualization? Virtualization is something that allows for the creation of a simulated and digital only virtual computer that behaves as if it were a physical computer with its own hardware. The technical term for such a computer is a virtual machine. When it is properly implemented, virtual machines on the same host machine are sandboxed from one another. Why? So that they do not interact with each other at all, and the files and the applications from one virtual machine are not visible to other virtual machines even though they are on the same physical machine. Guys, it is just like on your single laptop you are creating accounts, or you are dividing the usability into multiple laptops, into multiple accounts. Everything is in the single laptop but nothing is getting shared because they are all different from each other. Virtual machines also make more efficient use of the hardware which are hosting them. By running many virtual machines at once, one server becomes many servers and a data center becomes a whole host of data centers, making us able to serve many more organizations. It is just like to explain you that we have a server and we are not dedicating this server, we mean the cloud service provider, he is not dedicating this one server for only one organization. If the server has a capacity to serve more, then he can assign single server to multiple organizations or to multiple users or to multiple accounts. Okay, so this is the best part of it, that the services can be shared. Thus, cloud providers can offer the use of their servers to far more customers at once than they would be able to do otherwise, and that too at a very such a low level cost. Just imagine doing this, or even imagining this when everything is on the premise. It's not possible to do so. It is all possible just because these virtualization concepts. Even if individual servers go down, cloud servers in general should be always online and always available. Cloud vendors generally back up their services on multiple machines and across multiple regions. So guys, the very big fear in the world of data is point of failure. And whenever as an architect or as a developer or as an engineer, whenever you would be working, that is a problem you would always try to face, that you should never come across any kind of a model which can lead to single point of failure. Okay, so to avoid that, what we do, we create backups in multiple machines and across multiple regions so that data is intact and the service is always online. Users access cloud services either through a browser or through an app connecting to the cloud over the internet, that is through many interconnected networks. So we have multiple options. Either we can use an app, or we can directly go to the internet and connect through it, or we can connect it through hybrid applications. So guys, I hope basic of cloud is covered. Now we have to understand different kind of deployments and service models of cloud computing. So guys, cloud is available in multiple models. For example, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. We all can see that there is a one physical data center. Okay, this is a physical one. Absolutely, somewhere the data has to be physically available, right? Then if we are using it as an infrastructure as a service, okay, it comes under IaaS. When we are using platform, it comes under PaaS. And when as a final cloud hosted entirely complete application, it comes under software as a service. Just to give you an example, software as a service is a Gmail account. It's a complete setup that is available for you, and it is all hosted on the cloud. So it becomes an example of a software as a service. So guys, software as a service, instead of users installing an application on their device, SaaS applications are hosted on cloud servers and users access them over the internet. SaaS is like renting a house. The landlord maintains the house, but the tenant mostly gets to use it as if they owned it. Example of SaaS applications include Salesforce, MailChimp, Slack, Gmail, whatever you want to name. All that comes under SaaS. The next is PaaS, platform as a service. In this model, companies don't pay for the hosted applications. Instead, they pay for the things they need to build their own applications. PaaS vendors offer everything necessary for building an application, including development tools, infrastructure, as well as operating systems, and all over the internet. PaaS can be compared to renting all the tools and environment necessary for building a house instead of renting the house itself. Examples: Heroku and Microsoft Azure. Guys, let me try to tell you a better example which you would be able to correlate. For example, you want to build a website. Okay. Now for that you will need to have a domain name, and you will have to host it, and you will need to have a server, guys, right? But what if there is a service provider who is saying that I will take care of your hosting, I will take care of your maintaining the data on the server, you just get your domain and host it on my server. Many organizations like GoDaddy and Wix are doing that. So all that comes under PaaS, that is platform as a service. Next comes infrastructure as a service. In this model, a company rents the servers and storage they need from a cloud provider. Then they use that cloud infra to build their applications. Infrastructure as a service is like a company leasing a plot of land on which they can build whatever they want. I think it's a very good analogy. But they need to provide their own building equipment and materials. Infrastructure as a service providers include DigitalOcean, Google Compute Engine, and OpenStack. Examples for that would be like DigitalOcean, Google Compute Engine, OpenStack, and many others. Guys, this is about models. Okay, then we have to come about the deployment also. So very first is the private cloud. What is a private cloud? It's a private cloud is a server, data center, or distributed network wholly dedicated to one organization. It is just like we go to Amazon Web Services and we say we want your entire rack for our organization. Next one is a public cloud. A public cloud is a service run by external vendor that may include servers in one or multiple data centers. Unlike a private cloud, public clouds are shared by multiple organizations. An example that I already gave you all before. Using virtual machines in individual servers may be shared by different companies, a situation that is called multi-latency because multiple tenants are renting server space within the same server. I think guys I explained it a lot about it. Then we have hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud deployments combine public as well as private clouds and may even include on-the-premises legacy servers. An organization may use their private cloud for some services and the public cloud for other, or they may use the public cloud as a backup for their private cloud. So it's just a combination. Now we are getting into multiple permutation and combinations of private, public as well as on-the-premise services. The last is the multi-cloud. Multi-cloud is a type of deployment that involves using multiple public clouds. In other words, an organization with a multi-cloud deployment rents virtual servers and services from several external vendors. To continue the analogy used above, this is like leasing several adjacent plots of land from different landlords. Multi-cloud deployments can also be hybrid clouds and vice versa. So as I said guys, as we go deep dive, the multiple permutations and combinations will start. Guys, this is the first foundation block to understand Snowflake. Cloud is the first foundation block to understand Snowflake. So I hope we all understood the basics of cloud. In next session, we will pick up the other foundation topic. Best of luck guys. Thank you.